Okay, this is Saturday, the 20th of December, 2014, and I'm making this video especially for my new Math 105 College Algebra class, and I'd like to show you how to get on to our online part of the course. So you would go to a typical browser, and I'm opening up Firefox, and I happen to have up here a link, a shortcut, but I will type in here what I told you, Course Compass, one word, and in this case you're going to click on the first one that comes up, and what you will do is go to where it says register, unless, well, yeah, register, right there. And there you will need three things. As I mentioned in the other video, an email address, the course ID, and an access code or credit card. And there they are listed down below. Now, if you have these three things, and I will go over the course ID with you in just a moment, and you will continue to register now. Now, here's where you put in our course ID. I'm only teaching one section, so you're going to put Paulin, my last name, and then our course ID is 64527. And then you would click Continue. Now, if you were in a Math 100 section, then you already have a username and a Pearson password. This is where you would put it, and that would let you sign in and you're in the course. Now here's the official course, Math 105. You folks are in section 11 for spring 2015. And I have here's the course ending beyond the end of the term next spring. Now if you've never had a Pearson ID, then you would create an account, which I'll check here. And then they're going to ask you for a real email address. And you could use your username as the email address, a password that you would remember, your real first name, your last name, a security question and an answer. And these are the security questions. And once you've completed that and agreed to the license agreement, you would then click Check Account. Now, when you do that, it takes you to the next page where if you've purchased a textbook with a access code from the bookstore, you would open up that access code, tear off, and then type that in carefully. Or if you want to purchase just the access code online, it's a little cheaper than purchasing it in the bookstore. You can do so at this time, and that will then allow you to enter the course. Use your credit card or PayPal to do so. Now, this access code and this online part is a requirement for our course, as you'll see very shortly. All right, so I'm going to go back to my shortcut here. And now that I have an access code and I should say a login name and a password, I click this, and that's where you put it in. I've already signed in, so you get to a page that looks like this. And I'm teaching a 100 course, and I'm teaching your 105 course, which is right here. And I see so far 2 students who I had in my last term 100 classes have signed up. So this is what it looks like when you click on the course. And you get to this page, and here you should do a browser check if you haven't done this before. And let's take a look at these menu bars over on the left. Well, the main one that you're interested in is this study plan right here. And before we go on, this is the chapter contents. This is where your online textbook is. So if I clicked on that, I get to see the various chapters. We have skipped all of chapter 1, all of chapter 2. I think we're doing one section in chapter 3, 3 sections in chapter 4, and then we'll be doing most of 5, 6, 7, half of 8, and most of 9. This will comprise our Math 105 College Algebra course. And to get to a textbook page, you would click on the textbook and then which section you're interested in. We're going to be doing section 3.8. And there is multimedia ebook text. Click on that. And then you have to allow pop-ups, otherwise it doesn't fly, so to speak. And then there is your textbook. And you have to scroll down. And if you want to make it smaller, you can just go like so. And there's topic 3.8. And to get to the next pages, you would just click here. And that takes you through your textbook. Now, theoretically, what you want to do, and then it'll take you to some examples. Again, you're doing all your examples in your study plan that I will show you here very shortly. Now, one of the things I've done and will be working on over the Christmas holiday is to take each of these lessons and make a videotape like I'm doing right now, going over these. In fact, some of these I've already done and will put on our YouTube site. And I will show you that here shortly too. Okay, so let's close this because the part you are particularly concerned with, as I said, was the study plan. So you click on study plan, and this happens to be my study plan. And since I was just assigned the 105, I have been working on some things. And if it looks over here at view progress, these are the, I believe, 31 sections that we'll be covering. So these I had done in our Math 100 course, so we'll be going over some of that again. But we didn't cover this in Math 100, nor this in Math 100. So we'll be actually doing this. And again, for this term, actually I reduced it a little bit, you will need 121 mastery points to have all of your study plan completed. So far I have 27. I've done some of this. I did 6-1 the other day, and I've added certain things here, so I lost some from my 100 days, Math 100 days, but I will be working on all of this and getting this all done as well. So, what is the study plan like? Well, as you get to your study plan, it will tell you that you are to work in section 3.8, and you're going to do some practice. And I need to have a plug in there apparently. Okay. Uh, and then I will do a quiz me. Now, when I do a practice, it gives me the opportunity to do one example at a time, input my answer, and see if it's right or wrong. If it's wrong, I get another chance to correct it. I can also go up here to the right, and I will try to show you this right now as well. Okay, so here's a typical practice problem. Now again, you may not know what this is all about because you haven't had the lesson yet. But in our class lesson and in the video that I have posted that goes over this topic, I describe what this is all about. Also over here, these are the tutorial bars. You can watch a short video produced by the authors of our textbook. You can click on this bar where it says help me solve this example. They're going to take you step by step where you input information. Here in this second tutorial bar, you view an example without inputting anything. You're just reading it. And then this will take you to the textbook page. Now you have a bar here where it says ask my instructor. You're going to use this very, very infrequently because any questions you want to ask me in class. And otherwise, I would have to have a secretary handling all the questions I might get. But in an emergency, this would be a link to send me something. Okay, then you have 3 different kinds of questions they could ask you, and the numbers change, and you feel comfortable that, yes, I know how to do this. Now you would click on the Quiz Me, and here there are going to be 4 questions. Now the way I've set this up this term is 2 will be easy and 2 will be medium. I have taken out a hard question. And you can always miss one of the questions and still get mastery. Now, as you get mastery points, and I'm going to close this now because I'm not going to start it, but here these differ in that you get all 4 questions, one at a time. It doesn't show you the answer, and you don't have access to the tutorial bars to help you. Now you can use your homework log where you're writing down things from your practice to use for your mastery. Okay, I'll close this. And then this is where, as you gain points, you'll see it up on your study plan. Again, I have 27 so far, and by the time I show this to you on the first day of class, I probably will have 80 or 90, because I will be working on this over the Christmas holiday. This is something you can work on too, as you need to. Again, you can wait until the class starts. Now, another thing we can look at is if you view all chapters, the ones that are highlighted in dark blue, these are the ones you're going to work on. And this tells you those mastery points you've earned and the ones that you need to earn for the various chapters. So you get a lot of feedback. This is our curriculum for Math 105 College Algebra. If you have a question, email me back. This is running about 15 minutes and it's actually longer than I wanted to do, but that's what it's all about.